Good morning, everyone. It's about 8 a.m. It is a Monday morning. I have work in about an hour, but I'm just taking a quick walk before I get to work. I'm in this beautiful place. Pretty. And back there, if you can believe it, behind this tree line, is a lay-by next to a motorway. So, yeah, I love a lay-by personally. They're my go-to all the time. But anyway, I wanted to come on here because today, the 15th of November, is officially 1 year since I bought Sheila, my beautiful beloved van. So much has happened in the past year. So much has happened. Personally, also vanly, and I'm quite proud to say that on this day, 1 year, I am living mostly, well, like half my time, in my van. So I achieved the goal, mostly. But you know, considering part of me never actually thought that I would do it or get it done or actually move in or whatever, I am really proud to be able to say that today. Whew. And the fact that I am doing work on this day as well to support my van life is wonderful. And I've found work that works among my van life, which is even better. Whew. So yeah, it's been a pretty crazy year. I've lived in 2 different places, 2 different parts of the country, and now I'm sort of traveling. I mean, it'll still be a couple weeks before I can just roam where I want to be. Pardon me. Mostly because of money. But who's got hundreds of thousands lying around? Not me. So I gotta work to make a living. Man. 1 year. What's happened in this year? Well, I did my initial conversion. I moved in and I lived in Sheila for about 3 months with a mattress on the floor, a ramshackle kitchen that I put together in less than a day, and no heater, no extra blankets, nothing. I just got up and moved in. But those 3 months taught me so much. Those 3 months activated my van life instincts, which are like, you know, picking the right spots, figuring out how you feel about a certain spot. Maybe it looks like the right spot, but you don't feel right. Well, then move. It's my advice. And then, oh yeah, then I had some medical issues. I had some stomach problems and failed the MOT, and everything just seemed to go wrong. So I moved in with my grandmother, thank you Granny, and that was in sort of April of this year, and we reconnected, which was really nice. And I reconnected with my other family, my uncle, my cousins and such. And now we have a really solid relationship, and that's really lovely. That's probably the best thing that's come out of this past year. So, but I've also done a lot of healing, a lot of personal growth, hopefully some self-improvement. I've become more patient, more resilient, more calm as well. And whoops, it's not gonna work. Oops, cracked my neck, ouch. Okay, I can't put it up. I was gonna put it in this tree, but the tree's not having it. That don't work. Okay, fine. Whatever. Yeah. And just like in life, there is balance. So when you gain relationships, you also must lose relationships. So that happened as well. And that was really hard. But on the positive side, I've started therapy. I now have therapy twice a month. And I really love it. It's about a specific sort of a specific trauma. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable going into that right now, so maybe in a later video. But I will leave a link and a code to my particular therapist. So if you're interested in getting some therapy for this particular scenario, then go ahead and use the link and the code and you'll get 10% off. And that 10% off will last for every month. So always be plugging. But yeah, other than that, I have also gained jobs, lost jobs, gained money, spent money. As time goes, you know, that's life. And of course, converted my beautiful van. When I moved in, when I moved into my grandmother's, I had insulation and then just like the kitchen and bed that I described earlier. It was super basic, super simple. But I kind of moved there to get the repairs done for the MOT and then get myself healed as well, my stomach. And then I was gonna get power and Wi-Fi and then I was gonna jip off again. But then essentially we had a conversation and it made me think a bit more long term and a bit bigger. And so I decided to strip the van back to the metal, all the way back to the metal, clean out, paint the rust, clean the floors, clean the walls, re-insulate and completely start again. And it was going well and fine. And then at some point, like I got the floor cleaned, I got the rust painting done, all the cleaning done. It was super boring and long and I actually hated that process. Like that was the worst part of the whole thing. It was so boring and there was just there didn't seem to be any difference. Like I'm a person, I need to like, you know, if I've done a day of work, I want to see a pile of things that I've just done, or like a new wall, or like a whole different kitchen or something. I need to see the difference that I've made. But there was no difference. It was very frustrating. Anyway, eventually I hoodwinked my uncle into helping me, and he was completely invaluable, and we essentially ended up designing and building everything together. So we started with the walls, insulated them, put panels up, and that was probably the hardest part, again, putting the panels up, because you're attaching wood to metal, so you need a particular type of screws, but you need a particular size of screws, and you need to put the screws in a particular place, and everything's a different measurement, everything's a different height, a different width, different length. That was really hard. But after we did that, we moved on to the floor, which was fantastic because I was really happy about this. I was able to recycle old flooring that my uncle had from a conversion he did on his house, and they had like not enough flooring to do a whole room, but too much flooring to throw away, you know what I mean? But it was perfect amount to get in the van, and we made this much waste. It was amazing. I don't think I filmed any of this process because we ended up just chugging on with it and just getting on with it, you know. Kind of wish I had, but also I'm glad of the result, you know. I did take pictures though. Then we worked on the bed, we designed the bed and built the bed, and every single measurement was different. Like a bed is a rectangle, right? It shouldn't be that hard. Like the one length should be the same as the other length, because that's how shapes work. But no, each length was different, each width was different, just like with the wall panels, everything was completely different, which was a bit frustrating, but we got it done. And again, we recycled from his conversion. He had like changed his kids' beds, but he still had the slats from the beds. So I used one of the sets of slats and it worked perfectly, and made it so that one side I could lift up from the top while I was in bed if I needed to get anything from underneath the bed, just to give myself some more options. Then, yeah, and we moved the spare tire under the bed as well. Then we did the walls next. Yes, we did the wall coverings next, which was this really cute bamboo mat that I bought. It's actually a floor mat, I think, for like a spa or something. But we repurposed it, cut it up and put it up on the walls, and I think that is the part of the van that just makes it feel a little bit more elite, you know what I mean? It's not just this, pardon me, it's not just this scabby little fan. It's like actually good. And the mat, on the back of the mat was like a one large piece of rubber, and everything else was kind of glued onto this rubber. And the rubber provides an extra vapor barrier and an extra layer of insulation. So that has also been brilliant, because it is winter right now and it's pretty cold. Although it's a mild winter, I will say. But anyway, still cold if you don't have a heater. Then we worked on the kitchen, which I got as a flat pack. I was going to build everything myself. Oh my god, look, there's a huge mushroom here. Look at this. Look at that thing. That is huge. Wow. I hope I actually filmed it. Anyway. Yeah, then we built the kitchen. I got a flat pack. As I said, I was going to build it all myself, but it was just taking too long, and I was like, I don't really think I have the skills to do this, so I'm just going to buy a flat pack and do it that way. And I did, and I couldn't be happier with my kitchen. It's beautiful. And then it was the finishing touches. Oh, the last big job was the power, which got installed. I bought all the parts for it, and then we hired an electrician to actually install everything so that we didn't get zapped. Yeah, and that happened last Tuesday, so 1 week ago. And then I discovered this app where I am now going to get my work, which allows me to have flexibility in my time and location, which is literally perfect. I found that app on Wednesday night, because I was up late again. I interviewed to get onboarded onto the app, because they act like a bit of an agency and you have to get interviewed and send your documents. So I did that Thursday morning, and then just straight after I had that interview, I started looking around for work that was sort of far enough away for me to sleep in the van, but was close enough to not be like too far, because I also hadn't worked in a few months at this point. So I'm pretty broke. That's okay. We're working on it. And then Friday morning was my first shift. So it all happened really quickly, you know. I was not expecting it to happen that fast. And then, yeah. I worked on Friday. I stayed over in the van on Friday night. And then Saturday, around lunchtime, I went back because I needed to shower and like just, you know, rest a little bit, because it had been so hectic for the last week or whatever. And now I'm back at it again in the white van with my beloved Sheila. So it's kind of come full circle in a very unique way. But hey, I think that's where I'm going to leave this. My van is parked right over there. Whoops, right over there. And I need to get to work in half an hour. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.